the shaded region represents solutions to which inequality? So we have this shaded region that's bound by this line here, and we need to find which of these inequalities represents this shaded region. We can start by finding the equation of this line here. So we can see that this line here crosses the y-axis at this point here. So it crosses the y-axis at a y value of -2. That means that our y-intercept is at a y value of -2. Now let's try to find the slope of this line. So let's use 2 points. We can use this point here, point A, and we can use this point here, point B. So point A is 1 on the x-axis, -4 on the y-axis. So point A is just 1, -4. And point B is at 2 on the x-axis and -7 on the y-axis. So its coordinates are 2 and -7. So to find the slope between those 2 points, we can find the rise over the run. So let's find the change in the y values and divide that by the change in the x values using the xy coordinates. So first let's subtract the y values. So it'll be -4 minus -7, and divide that by the change in the x values, 1 minus 2. So make sure that when you subtract one y coordinate from the other, that you do it in the same for the x. So here I use point A minus point B. So I'm using point A minus point B for the x coordinates as well. So this will give us the slope. So -4 minus -7, that's just -4 plus 7, which is equal to 3. And then 1 minus 2 is -1. So this just equals -3. So the slope is -3. And that makes sense here, because if we look at this right here, for every 3 units that we go down, we move 1 to the right. So that's a slope of -3. So now we have the y-intercept here and the slope, or the m value. So we can just use that to write the equation of the line. So y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So the slope of our line is just y equals -3x plus b. So this is the slope of this line. And immediately we can rule out some of the answer choices. So right here, this says the slope of this line here has a positive slope, and that's clearly incorrect because this line is clearly negative sloped. And right here, answer choice C also says it has a positive slope. Now these two are both correct equations of the line, but the inequalities are facing different sides. So we can see here that the shaded region is above the line. So that means that the y values in the shaded region are greater than the line. So that means answer choice D is correct, because in the shaded region, the y value of all these coordinates is greater than the y value on the line. And this doesn't have the equality line here because this line is dotted, meaning the shaded region does not include the points that are on the line. So D is the correct answer. B would be correct if the shaded region was below the line, because the equality says that the shaded region includes all points where y is less than the line, but that's not the case. So D is correct.